Yo, what's up YouTube? Today we're going to be rating the Rainbow Six Siege ranked map pool as of year 11 season 2. No bullshit, we're going to start off here with Fortress as our first pick. Personally, not a fan favorite. There's a lot of quirks in playing Fortress. It's a very tight map and there's only 2 good sites to defend as a defender. I wouldn't play this on a daily basis. I think this is like an exception if I had to go between different maps. So I'm going to put this, honestly, we're going to put Fortress at the C tier list. All right, next up we have Consulate here. Consulate is good. Consulate's been around for a while. I know we got reworked, so there's a couple changes to Yellow Stairs and to the other parts of the map, but you know, Consulate's been one of those maps where I feel like it's always had good strats defending and attacking. It's a very open map, a lot of strategy, a lot of areas of attack, especially for roaming. It's a very structured and layered map compared to something like Fortress. So you know what, honestly, we'll put Consulate up there. I think Consulate definitely deserves some love, probably even a B tier. I wouldn't say A tier just yet, just because there's a couple that take that spot. All right, next we have Lair. Yeah, this is just gonna go down here. I don't have to explain why. And Night Haven is one of those maps that actually I really do enjoy. I don't think it's the worst. I do think that it is hard to learn, and it's a very tricky map if you know you don't play it often. But in terms of, you know, from attacking and defending perspective, there's a lot of different strategies, a lot of ways to play it. It's a harder map. I'll say this, it's a harder map to play than the other maps, just because it's so detailed and there's so many weird angles that I'm always getting killed by, and I don't even really play Night Haven that much. But you know, that's probably why. So Night Haven, actually, we're gonna put this at B tier. I think this actually falls along with Consulate, just because it has a lot of potential, but there's just certain things about it that I just don't personally like. All right, Canal. Oh man, Canal's a good one. It's been around the game for a long time as well. It also got reworked, so you know, I wouldn't put it at a lower tier. I'd probably honestly put this at a B tier. It is a very open and exposed map. It is a little bit weird having to rotate from one building to the other, so I think as a new player, it's not the easiest to learn. It is very big, but there is also a lot of opportunity for, you know, flanking and for defenders and attackers. I just think it's a good map, so we'll put this at B tier as well, along with Consulate and Night Haven. All right, next up we have Outback. I don't gotta do much explaining. I mean, you know, this is just gonna dump it here. It's just, I don't know, I just feel like it's too tight. The map is just, it's just really weird layout. It's like a big L shape, if that makes sense. It's almost like Oregon, except Oregon has a little bit more depth to it, and just, I don't know, just the vibe of it just kind of gives me weird vibes. All right, we're moving on to Bank here. I think Bank is definitely an A tier map. This map's just been in the game for so long. There's so many new plays and like so much versatility on Bank. You know, everything from like the garage push, even taking, you know, top square, which is like, it's just one of those maps where it's like, it's fun to play. It's not like a pain in the ass, and it definitely tests the skill of both attackers and defenders, just because if you do go up to the second floor site as a defender, you do have to worry about the windows. That's like a very small, keen detail. So it gives the attackers a lot of lobby control, and it gives them a lot of map control in general, but it doesn't back the defenders too much into a corner to where, you know, you feel like you're constantly under pressure. So I think Bank is definitely up there. We're gonna put Bank at A tier. All right, Coastline. Wow, Coastline is it's an interesting one. I'll give it that. It is very interesting, very open, a lot of ways to get killed, a lot of areas to get killed from. So definitely it's one of those maps where you have to know it if you really want to play it successfully. But in terms of potential, I honestly think this is one of the most fun maps to play. You could get attacked from anywhere. You play in kitchen, you can get shot from outside kitchen window, ran in on by service, you can get hit by blue bar, sunrise bar, courtyard. Like it allows for a lot of opportunity, right? So we like opportunity. We're Siege players, right? We want to take every opportunity we can. So I'm gonna put this up. Actually, we're gonna put this. Coastline's gonna be A tier. Villa's a good one. I think people stopped playing Villa as much just because there are better options in the pool. It's definitely been a staple. I can remember, you know, a lot of when it first came out, it was very fun, you know, and nobody disliked it. So you know, we're gonna put, it's not the greatest map, but it's not the worst, right? So I think this is fair to go into the B tier. All right, everybody's favorite map, Border. This goes to S tier. I don't even have to explain why. It's like, it's just such a classic, such a staple. It allows attackers to have an even chance, because I just feel like some maps are so defender sided. If you don't know the map, you don't know angles to hold. Border is just like, it's been in the game for so long. It's such a classic. It's like the Dust 2 of CS. Who's gonna say Dust 2 is a bad map? Right, now this one might be controversial here. Calypso Casino.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
A lot of people hate Calypso Casino. I personally like Calypso. I don't think Calypso's a bad map. I think people hate it because they don't know it, but once you know it and understand it, there's a lot of ways to work around different parts of the map. It's not just like, oh, if you're gonna take Cigar and Pool Room and you're attacking, you're not just gonna funnel through Tequila, right? You're not just gonna breach the wall and funnel through Tequila, funnel through Breach. And you can do that, don't get me wrong, it works. It definitely works, right? But if you're playing against a team that's competent and you're not just able to run in and just take site in like 2 seconds, I definitely think there's a lot of room to work work with in Calypso. I definitely think that we're gonna see a lot of it in Pro League, especially. I mean, I don't even watch Pro League that much, but just based off the hype around it, people hate it. I personally like it. I think it's different. I think there's a lot of vertical play as well, just because it looks like a big map. People think, oh, it's like Tower.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
You know, with Tower was a big map. Calypso is completely different. Calypso is like 90% of the map is outside, but you're not attacking the outside. All you got to focus on is getting in the building. Once you're in the building, the map is really simple. I think people underestimate it. I think people just are not willing to learn it just because it's so new. But I personally would play this over Fortress, Outback, or Lair any day, you know? So I'm going to put this at B tier just because it still has potential to grow. And I think a lot of people are going to start to play it more once they see that it's not as bad as they make it seem. All right, Chalet, A tier. I'm not even going to explain why. Next, we have Clubhouse. I think Clubhouse is also a staple. Clubhouse is definitely a classic. I mean, like when I first started learning how to play Siege, Clubhouse was one of those maps where it's like you just instantly kind of like it. You fall in love with it. It is very straightforward, very simple. I mean, dude, imagine putting a new player into a Clubhouse game versus a Calypso Casino game. You know, it's a world of a difference. And I get it, the learning curve for Siege is hard, but it shouldn't be this difficult, you know? And Clubhouse is definitely, it makes it easy to learn the game. Vertically opening hatches, taking vert control, even taking dirt. Dirt is like one of those sneaky things where it's like, if you want to take dirt, you could take dirt and surprise the guys defending the basement site. I think this definitely has to go in the A tier, no doubt about it. Oregon. Wow, we were just talking about Oregon. Oregon and S tier. I mean, this is just like a classic. They did rework it. Attic used to be way different back then, but I think it's a good implementation that they made the second floor versatile and they changed up the sites a little bit. This is one of those maps where you have to be team coordinated. If you want to push solo, like it's definitely possible, but it's also very tight if you're attacking. There's a lot of things to watch out for, especially flanks, because people can flank pretty quickly on this map. So I think Oregon is definitely up there. It definitely requires a level of competence as a Siege player to really have a successful Oregon game. All right, next we have Cafe Dostoevsky. I have mixed feelings about this. I really do, because Cafe back then was really good. It's one of the harder maps to play if you get to that high level. It's not like super straightforward. There's a lot of top-down clearing, especially because how easy it is to just go up and play third floor or second floor and first floor, and a lot of opportunities to roam as well. I mean, spawn peeking and ranked on Cafe is literally a nightmare. So ranked is a different story, but we're doing a ranked tier list. So you know what, Cafe, we'll put Cafe, honestly, we'll put this at a B tier. I think this is fair. I think this looks good, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Skyscraper. I don't even think I need to say anything. This goes in the fucking garbage. All right, Skyscraper, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. As a Siege map, it's just so weird. It's so narrow, it's so small. It's like, it's not fun. Attacking or defending, it's not fun. Maybe old Skyscraper, but like they reworked these maps and now it's like it just doesn't hit. I don't know. And same thing with the last one here, honorable mention, we have Theme Park. Yeah, I don't think Theme Park is gonna be up there. Just being honest here, it's too big. Like I know I'm complaining too much. This map's too small, this map's too big, but oh man, if you guys think this theme park is bad, imagine playing a theme park before they reworked it. You guys remember that when the center of the whole fucking map was like all trains and stuff? Like that was crazy. That was a crazy time, but that was fun Siege. Now it's like, it's so one-sided. I feel like the map, if you don't have a stack, you don't have people coming, you're gonna lose this map. But it's not the worst, honestly. I'm not gonna say like it's down here D-list, but it's definitely not a map that I would play every single time. So just for that, we're gonna put that at C tier, and I think that's it. That looks like a pretty solid tier list. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Am I tripping? Am I saying too much controversial stuff? This is just my opinion. I mean, this is back when I was playing all these different maps, about how I felt about them. Even coming back to Siege after years and learning all these new maps, I think this is a fair standing. I try to not go off of bias, just because I think every map is good in its own way. Obviously, some are just, you can't compare Oregon and Skyscraper. It's just impossible. But if you guys want to see more lists like this, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But if you guys enjoy this, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.